He had 30 days to change his life or lose everything. Ethan Miller's last chance. New York City, filled with towering skyscrapers, crowded streets, and millions of people chasing their dreams. Among them was a 22-year-old young man named Ethan Miller. Ethan was just an ordinary guy. He had recently graduated from college, but he didn't have a good job. He worked at a small coffee shop, spending 8 hours a day making coffee and returning home exhausted every night. But deep inside, he had a big dream to build his own startup and create something that could change people's lives. However, reality was harsh. He had no money, no connections, and no opportunities. People often told him, "You can't do it. This is America. Surviving here is already hard enough." A strange customer. One morning, an unusual man walked into the coffee shop. He had white hair, wore a black coat, and had sharp, observant eyes. He said, "One black coffee, but you have to answer a question." Ethan smiled politely and replied, "Sure, go ahead." The man asked, "What is your biggest dream in life?" Ethan paused for a moment, then said, "I want to build something that can change people's lives." The man stared at him silently for a few seconds. Then he handed Ethan a card and said, "Come to this address tomorrow, if you truly have the courage." A turning point. The next day, Ethan went to the address. To his surprise, it was a massive office building, a well-known tech company. As he entered, he realized something shocking. The man from the coffee shop was the CEO of the company. The man smiled and said, "I rarely misjudge people." Then he gave Ethan a challenge. "You have 30 days to create an idea that works. If you fail, everything ends there." The struggle. Ethan started working day and night. No sleep, no rest. While his friends enjoyed their lives, he kept working silently. People doubted him, laughed at him, but he didn't stop. 10 days passed, nothing. 20 days passed, still failure. On the 29th day, he broke down. "I can't do this." That night, something clicked in his mind. An idea, a simple app that could help small businesses find customers online easily. He stayed up all night and built a rough prototype. The result. On the 30th day, Ethan presented his idea. The room fell completely silent. After a moment, the CEO stood up and said, "This is brilliant." Within months, his idea received investment. 1 year later, Ethan Miller became a millionaire. The ending. One day, Ethan returned to the same old coffee shop. He saw a young worker making coffee, just like he used to. Ethan smiled and said, "Keep dreaming, because this is where everything begins."